If you have the similar question in your young adulthood or adolescence age, raise your hand. First of all, let me clear you that you are not a philosopher, because most of the people through this age gone through the similar problem, which is called identity crisis. So let me go through the history of this term, which is identity crisis. This term is coined by German American psychologist Erik Erikson, and he used this term in his essay which he wrote back in 1956, and the essay was titled as The Problem of Ego Identity. A very unique thing about that psychologist is this: he never graduated from any school or university, but he had taught in various prestigious institutions like Stanford, UC Berkeley, and etc. He basically worked as an artist in some primary schools, and he met the daughter of Sigmund Freud, who is Anna Freud. And Anna Freud taught her psychoanalysis. And after that, he became the psychologist. So basically, this crisis has two different extremes. The one is called ego identity, and the other is called role confusion. So basically, every teenager who is in the mid of 12 to 18 years gone through the similar scenario in his life, in which he finds different ways or paths to achieve his goal, or he finds different options for his career, for his hobbies, for his interest. And how he resolved that issue? He basically tries different hats and then found out that which is suitable for him or her. So, first of all, let me tell you that this crisis cannot be handled by someone else like his or her parents or teachers, but he found himself alone in this whole scenario. And he found himself that he's the only one who is going through that crisis or phenomenon. During that crisis, which is actually not any, the term crisis is used by that psychologist in such a way that it's actually his assessment or a hard time for that person, in which he recognizes himself, explore himself, know his or her values, his skills, his abilities, his interest. So basically, teenagers find different ways to cope up with these scenarios. If that person is able to identify his goal or his career path, he will be termed as the person who has explored his identity. And he is the one who want to learn something, who want to achieve something, and who would be able to actually have some visionary goals. Otherwise, on the other hand, we have found some people who were lost somewhere during these academic years, and they were just confused and termed as the role confusion. The extreme of that role confusion is termed as repudiation, or the one who are being rejected. And these people you found in our society, at our homes, that who have several questions in their mind, and they always come up with something new thing and something new question, something a very different interest as from their previous experiences, and they want to achieve much more than they have capacity. So my question is that, or what I'm trying to establish here is that how to deal with such type of persons, because we have kids at our home, we have students at our school or institutes, how to cope up with this. So first of all, these are some strategies. The very easy strategy for let them explore themselves is engage in some different projects other than their core field. For example, a student is expert in science projects. Let him participate in speech competitions. Let him participate in arts and drawing competition, and giving him opportunity to explore some different ways of his interest or the hidden potential in himself or herself. Another thing is that teachers and parents are facilitators who can guide these students, these kids in their early adulthood or the teen age, how to explore themselves, how to make or develop interest in various activities. Furthermore, they can share some success stories of some role models who have gone through the similar path and achieved something in this world. So this is also the one method to let them know. Counselors are also very important. They can also provide an effective feedback to these persons in which they can know their real potentials and hidden capabilities. That's all from my side. Over to Toastmaster.